Welcome to Adventures North. I'm your host, Steve MacInnis. On this adventure, we travel with a group of media journalists and photographers to the far north of Arctic Quebec's Nunavik region for a unique winter experience with the Inuit people. Every other year, the people here celebrate winter and their culture by gathering in the village of Puvirnituq for the snow festival. Inuit come from across Nunavik, Nunavut, the Northwest Territories, and even Greenland to take part in this week-long event. The festival features a whole range of traditional activities, including competitive feats of strength, endurance, and agility, plus igloo building, ice chipping, dog sled races, snow and ice sculpting, and more. There are also community feasts featuring local country foods and nightly entertainment and music ranging from rock and roll to throat singing and everything else in between. As part of this year's festival, we'll get to watch the start of the Inuit extreme endurance dog sled race, the Ivaakak. The annual race is another great way of promoting their culture and traditional ways. Prior to the snowmobile, dog teams were the way to travel in the winter and gave the Inuit mobility and freedom. The resurgence of interest in traveling by dog team and the history of the practice is an important Inuit tradition, and the race brings that back into modern times. While here, we joined up with members of the Nunavik Arctic Survival Training Center for a trip out on the land and frozen sea. We'll spend some time saltwater ice fishing for northern cod on Hudson Bay, and some of the team will dive under the 6-foot-thick sea ice to collect some of their favorite marine delicacies, Atlantic mussels and sea urchins. We'll travel by a combination of snowmobile and dog team to take in the sights of the snow-covered, treeless tundra. We'll visit historic spots along the way, and at the end of the day, we'll build igloos and camp overnight for the quintessential Inuit winter experience. One of the things that is so cool about the people living up here is that it was only a little more than 50 years ago that they started settling in villages. Up until about 1960, most Inuit families still lived a nomadic hunting and gathering lifestyle. In the winter, they lived in igloos, and in the summer in caribou skin tents. In the winter, they traveled by sleds and dog teams, and in the summer they walked or traveled by kayak. It's remarkable that the Inuit have not only survived, but thrived in what at first glance appears to be a hostile, lifeless land. Today, Nunavik's Inuit are adapting to many aspects of the Western culture, at the same time as they are trying to hang on to their own. It's interesting that they wear the same brand name clothing, watch the same TV shows, and use the internet, GPS, wireless, computers, the same as everyone else does. What's different is their undeniable love of the land and water, being outside regardless of the season, and at times even during extreme weather. Their experience, skills, and confidence on the land are apparent, and so it's fun to enjoy the outside activities when you're with them. You're not worried about safety, security, or finding your way back. Events like the Snow Festival help focus attention and foster pride in the Inuit culture, inspiring the elders to share their wisdom and experience, and the youth to learn and appreciate their traditional ways. Since the festival is welcoming to all, people come from all over to experience a few days or a whole week of Inuit immersion in this Arctic winter wonderland. It's a totally unique and rewarding experience to be a part of it.